guys. Say we're back. Say hi. Blow kisses. You gonna blow kisses? Blow everybody kisses. Go mwah. Good job, baby. So we're a couple of days away from little man's 2-year-old birthday. He was born on April 16th. April 16th is his birthday. So here in a little bit, we're gonna be celebrating. Big day. Can't believe he's already 2 years old. Ugh. It's been a crazy 2019, 2020, and 2021. Lots of stuff has happened. I know and I remember that there was at one point where I was recording out in Preston County, showing kind of like the area, kind of like streets and stuff like that. But now where we're at right now, we live in a townhouse. It's a very nice place. Thankfully, with the way that my mom, how she had things set up for me and him, I don't have to pay for any of my bills out of pocket. The only thing that we're really responsible for is just like the car repairs, car maintenance, insurance, stuff like that. But my mom passed away in 2019, sorry. She died in December 15th of 2019. It was a very hard time for me. Sorry, I keep saying I'm just really kind of trying to really get my thoughts together on all of this. I didn't really have like anything to say. I kind of just opened up my iPad and just hit the record button, so I'm kind of just talking out my ASS here, but my mom, I'm adopted. I was adopted from Antigua, Guatemala, or Escuintla, or I think it's Escuintla, but I was adopted from Guatemala. I was adopted from out of there at, I think it was like 3 or 4 months old. My mom was my only mother that I ever known, only parent I've ever known. She never married. She never had any other kids. She was unable to, kind of womanly, kind of like cancer issues, but not going to go into that. She adopted me, came back here. I've been raised in Morgantown all my life. It was just me, my mom, my grandma, just all together all the time. All of my family, everybody else was like either in Butler, Pennsylvania, up in Minnesota or Michigan at the time, down South Carolina, North Carolina, just like all over the place. So it was kind of just us three, and then at like 8, 9 years old, I watched my grandma pass away. That was like the only grandma that I knew. My mom's actual mom. I watched her pass away. She passed away of cardiac arrest. It was a very traumatic thing to watch at 9 years old, and especially having the childhood that I had, I was very sheltered. It was a very, not weird childhood, very, very, I guess, quiet sheltered childhood. I just didn't really know much about what was going on that night, and so I didn't know what was going on. My mom was screaming at me, please call 911, call the ambulance, please call somebody to get them over here to help us. The only job that I had to do at the time was just call 911, look for the ambulance out the window, and so that's what I did, and I turned around, and I watched my grandma's eyes roll in the back of her head, and she said my mom's name, she said Patricia, and then that was it. So, here we go, fast forwarding to about the age of 15, like lots of depression issues, PTSD, ADHD, ADD, stuff like that, not normal, but like just teenage stuff. My mom then developed stage 2 lung cancer. Never a smoker, never done any drugs, never, she was allergic to alcohol, so she never touched the bottle, never smoked a cigarette, nothing like that. They think it was her cervical cancer that spread into other parts of her body, and they were dormant for so long, and then after a certain amount of time, with the way her diabetes and things were going, it wasn't a matter of if, just only when, as bad as that sounds to say. I don't want to say anything bad about my mom, but she was, and I'm sorry to say this, Mom, but she was just a very unhealthy person overall anyways. But she worked up into the age of 59 years old until the chemotherapy took her ability to walk and like get around the hospital. Ruby Memorial Hospital. Patricia Horseman was her name. But she worked, she provided, single mother all the entire time, and then here we are. I'm like 2 or 3 or 4, like just like a couple of years down the road, I'm pregnant with my fiance Nate's child, this little guy. And at that point in time, we were kind of set up. We had like the trailer. I had my car, he had his Mustang. I was pregnant, everything was okay. And then the delivery happened, 6 hours of back labor, 3 hours of pushing, no nothing other than just an episiotomy. Everything went fine, everything went smoothly with the delivery and everything. And like